So let's talk about packing lunches without a recipe. Oftentimes, I don't know what to take for lunch. I think about what my kids are eating. I think about what's for dinner later, but I forget to pack my own lunch. And sometimes I'm grabbing whatever's in the refrigerator. Today, I want to talk about how you can do those quick, easy, nutritious lunches that don't take a whole lot of time or effort, but will pack a lot of nutrients to help fuel your body for the day. And also a big thing for me is being able to make these ideas not just how I'm telling you or how a recipe tells you, but how you want it to taste like. Your favorite foods, your favorite flavor profiles. And so what you want to keep in mind with your lunch is aim for 3 food groups. You want to have some produce, fruit or vegetable or both, bonus. And you want some protein, doesn't have to be meat. We'll get into some examples of proteins for our lunch options. And then you want to have some carbs or starches and maybe some healthy fats. So you want to have at least 3 of those different types of foods for your lunch. One of my favorites is a bowl. Sounds exciting, right? A bowl. But let's talk about a grain bowl. You might have seen it called that. It makes it sound much more fancy. A grain bowl. So we're gonna make one of those right now. So I have some brown rice. I went the easy route. I found these containers at the grocery store that you can microwave in a minute and you get lovely rice. It doesn't have to be brown rice. You can do, I saw probably 8 different versions of rice. They also had a quinoa. It was like a white and red quinoa mixture. So if you wanted to venture out into a new grain, you could try quinoa. And fun fact, when I first heard or saw the word quinoa, I said quinoa. That's how I thought you said it. That's how it's spelled, right? But it's quinoa, so now you don't have to embarrass yourself like I did. Beans are my most favorite quick protein option. You can buy a can of beans, rinse them off. You can even add your own flavors to them. If you want to make them spicy, you make them spicy. You add cumin to them. You add whatever you like. So today it's black beans for me. Kidney beans and garbanzo beans or chickpeas are awesome on salads and in grain bowls as well. So you have however much you like there. We've got our protein and grain. There's two of our ingredients, 2 of our food groups. Then I bought some frozen sweet potatoes and roasted them after dinner last night. I had the oven on. It was already warmed up, already preheated. Put these guys in there and then put them in the fridge to bring today. So I'm gonna have sweet potatoes today. You may not have any sweet potatoes. Maybe you have cucumber. Maybe you have, what's something else? Broccoli. Broccoli is an awesome one. Any kind of roasted vegetable in these bowls, you just make a big pan of them and then scoop them into some containers for the week. Now, if you wanna level up here, I'm gonna throw in some extra veggies. I've got green peppers and onions that were sauteed. I think I sauteed them a few days ago and I was like, I'm gonna make use of these somehow. Perfect for lunches. So we'll add some of those as well. Now, a lot of times what can get tricky with grain bowls is the flavor. You're kind of like, this is dry, it's not quite working together. This is where your sauces come in. Sauces make or break the bowl. Usually make it because they're delicious. Today, I'm going with salsa. It's a green salsa, and that's my bowl today. You can make this look however you want. Maybe you don't like salsa. Maybe you'd rather have some sour cream on top. Maybe you'd rather do a vinaigrette. Or maybe you're gonna level up even more and blend up your own herby vinaigrette or herby dressing and pour that on top. Talk about nutrition, packed. Yes, there's some effort on the front end where you might need to make a few things, but sometimes it's just leftovers that don't quite have enough to make dinner for your family or someone else, so you can piece it into your own lunch. Don't forget about you. Have you ever had the day where you ate about 3 or 4 different snacks, just different things, and you're like, I didn't even have lunch, I just sort of ate all these random snacks? Well, we're gonna call that snack lunch. That can be a thing. Let me show you an example of a snack lunch. Hard-boiled egg, maybe 2. I only had 1 left after breakfast. My children were into hard-boiled eggs this morning, so there was 1 left. Some nuts. I have cashews today. Could be peanuts, could be almonds, could be whichever ones you like. Maybe you're not even a big fan of nuts. You could try some of those that have the seasoning added to them, like a spicy one or a sweeter one. Try those, start there. I have pretzels, pop of color, coming in with our fruit here. I put this on a plate because it makes it feel like one whole meal. You don't have to do that. You could literally sit and just eat out of the separate containers, and that's okay. But I recommend putting it in a container or on a plate, and it's gonna feel more satisfying because we eat with our eyes too, and the whole experience matters. And lastly, I'm gonna add a bonus ingredient here, and we've got some carrots cut into like chip style. You could do baby carrots or just a whole carrot that you wash. Wash a whole carrot and enjoy that. That's fine. And you can add hummus, you could add some ranch dressing to dip it in, whatever you like. Again, you don't have to eat certain foods to be healthy. We want to get foods that are packed with nutrition, but you want them to taste good. If you're not likely to eat nuts that are unsalted and unroasted, and you just buy them and they sit there, they're doing no one any good. But if it's better for you to have those with flavor, that's okay. Start there. And if you're feeling overwhelmed with the idea of packing yourself lunch, you're doing so many other things, you barely have time to think about it, start with one simple change. And if you're already doing some of these, bringing yourself lunch, doing a great job, try adding a new ingredient. Try a new ingredient, a new flavor, keep it interesting for yourself. All right, well, thanks for joining me, and stay tuned for more tips and practical strategies for getting more nutritious food.